got L-arginine. It's got... You know what alpha ketoglutarate is? Ketoglutarate? I don't know, I'm not sure what that is.
All that is, it's just a different kind of L-arginine.
Why do they put so many kinds of L-arginine in there?
I don't know.
What's the point of that?
Because, I don't know, vasoactive arginines were like nitrous oxide precursor complex. So, I don't know, just for that extra pump, I guess.
I guess so.
That pump, dude, it's all about that pump. I like this clinically studied testosterone enhancing complex. Just go out there, go in the gym, and there's just throbbing massive box.
Yeah.
What do I do with my...
Interesting, very interesting. You know, I'm a big fan of the plastic bottles. Weirdly enough.
Oh, are you?
I am. I never recycle either.
I really wish that energy drink companies would get in the trend of making glass bottles. That way, after I'm voided out on their energy drink, I can just smash it on the ground and kill the person next to me.
Use it as a shank in the gym. All right, I say we start with this one. I feel like it's probably the least cold.
Yeah.
True North, Pure Energy Seltzer. Oh,
so I've seen this a lot of different places. I've been...
It's an alcoholic drink?
I have not been... It's just carbonated. I've not been... It's just because it's just water. There's no flavoring to it. I have not wanted to like try it necessarily, but I bought it just because I think I had like a coupon or something for it. Oh yeah, I got it for free.
Okay.
Well, that's for free. Organic Panax ginseng extract, organic caffeine from coffee, green coffee beans, organic green tea extract, some vitamins and minerals thrown in there. Got 50% of your daily allowance of zinc. Nothing really too interesting to speak of, honestly, here.
Sodium? Any sodium?
No, zero. I think it's just basically...
It's like water?
Yeah, just carbonated.
It's just like caffeinated water, essentially.
Carbonated caffeinated water. 120 milligrams of caffeine per can.
Could make the argument that that's one of the...
It's pretty... Yeah, it's clean.
The cleanest energy drinks we've had, honestly.
And this was the only flavor that sounded even remotely appealing.
Diuretic.
I wonder if this will actually, like, taste good. Like, it smells like it will.
Yeah. What does that smell like? Oh, that's nostalgic. I don't know what that smells like. Oh, I can't think of it. I mean, I know it's cucumber lime is the flavor, but there's something specific. It's like a candy or a... Weirdly reminds me of snow trails. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, I can't relate to that. So we're not going to talk about it.
Let me call up one of my buddies.
Much of this is fizz. Okay. I have ice in mine, so it's going to be a little misplaced.
Mm-hmm. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's definitely not sweet. It's a seltzer.
Yep.
I'd say the smell is a lot better than the taste.
Yeah.
By a good bit.
I mean, I wasn't going into it thinking too much of the flavor, honestly. I wasn't expecting a lot.
Neither was I. Not with a seltzer.
It's not terrible, though. Like,
it just reminds me of, like, an alcoholic drink, though.
It
like
tastes...
the seltzery feeling and flavor.
It tastes better than Aruna.
Yeah, I'll give you that. It tastes better than Aruna. It's drinkable. You could palate it.
3 of those flavors are still sitting in my fridge waiting to be drank.
I thought you were going to say they're still sitting on your tongue, like you gag every morning or something. They're still in the back of my subconscious. Every morning I wake up and throw up. Every time I go in a Kroger and I see the Arunas, puke.
Clean up on aisle 6.
Kind of blows my mind that they exist. Like, how many people are like out there? Like Runa? Oh yeah. Down for Runa?
I mean, that's probably why they were on clearance.
The fact that they existed in the first place, like someone tried that flavor and they're like, "Yep, can it, can it, put it on the shelves." It feels good to be doing an energy drink review. Yeah, I'd say that that's like a relatively clean energy drink. I think beefing it up with maybe some electrolytes or something, just because it's a seltzer water, would be cool. Maybe add to it a little bit. As far as the fun fact of the can goes, not much to it. I'm a sucker for these thinner cans. Not sure why. Like the 12 fluid ounce cans, but
I think the aesthetic is pretty crisp.
it's clean. Yeah, I mean, it's not True North. I mean, it's cool looking can. I wonder if the other flavors have like different colors.
They do. Yeah.
So that kind of makes it cooler. So this 3D is actually only 200 milligrams of caffeine, which is interesting. I'm always interested when we have a 200, that's 16 fluid ounces, because it's like actually a really small amount of caffeine per fluid ounce. I mean, it's like coffee.
Yeah.
It's like a normal cup of coffee. And I'm excited to try this because the last 3D did not disappoint.
Yeah, we even had a 3D since last summer.
Yeah. It's been
That was like
our
our
8-9 months ago.
Yeah, it was like within our 10 energy,
Yeah.
like first 10 energy.
I was
years.
looking through my memories on Snapchat, and we're quickly approaching our first year, which is actually crazy because it hasn't even been a year yet.
Yeah, it definitely feels
It
like
kind
it's been
of,
longer.
it does feel like that.
Yeah.
It's wild. And if you think about all the places that we've done energy drink reviews at, we've done it like in your backyard, we've done it in your living room, we've done it in my living room at my old apartment, we've done it in both our cars, in multiple gym locations, we've done it at like the park over there,
Yeah.
did it on like my porch at like my 2 apartments ago. We've done it in a lot of places. It's only been less than a year. So we cracked the 3D open. Actually, you want to take a look at that first?
So 7 grams of carbs, 2 of those of which are sugar alcohols. That's a pretty decent amount of sodium, 250 milligrams. That's a lot. Let's see if there's anything interesting in here. Remember there being anything interesting. Oh, gross. It has artificial colors in it. I hate that. Yeah, there's really nothing too interesting in it. I mean, ingredients are pretty clean otherwise. I mean, I can do without the Ace K. That's with the most energy drinks, but other than that, it's not too bad. I just really don't like the artificial colors in there. Just leaves a sticky feeling and taste in the back of my throat. I don't like it.
I'm always a sucker for the 3D cans, even though they're just plain. Steaming. Our last 3D flavor did not disappoint. Not much of a smell. Catching it?
It smells faintly of like blue raspberry Kool-Aid.
I'm not getting much. That's it.
Cheers.
High hopes. Whoa.
Actually pretty mellow.
Wow. I like it. I'm a fan.
It doesn't even taste like, doesn't like feel super carbonated either.
Doesn't. It's not very cold.
Mm-hmm.
Those things don't keep the drinks cold.
No, they
I
don't.
feel like this would be a lot better, just like icy cold.
Yeah, it, like melted my ice almost immediately.
Oh. Yeah, this especially is not probably going to be very cold. Not a huge fan of the artificial coloring.
Harry needs to turn down the temperature in his cooler a little bit.
Definitely does.
Yeah, not bad.
No.
I feel like relatively like high neutral to it. Like it's not the best thing I've ever tasted, but
I'd say I haven't had a 3D that's disappointed yet.
well, you only had 2.
Nope. And the first one was cotton candy, which
Yeah,
I hate cotton candy.
I was about to say, considering the first one we had was one we did not think we were gonna like with the flavor profile.
I like cotton candy itself, okay, but like I don't like the flavor of cotton candy.
I don't like
It's like birthday
either.
cake. I don't like birthday cake flavored stuff. It's gross. What are you doing today?
Chapstick residue. Nothing.
I meant like in the gym.
Oh.
Nothing. Oh. Just having this much caffeine. 3 different pre-workout type drinks.
I figure I'd probably do like one of my 3 workout programs that I made.
What's it gonna do?
I got legs and I got arms and I have
2 legs.
okay.
So,
Where the hell is my little
there's really not too much stuff in here that concerns me as far as the ingredients go.
okay, here we go. I need to really need to take a picture of this because somehow this got wet and I really don't want to lose. Oh wait, I can take a picture of it in a second. Okay. So it's quads and ham set trick.
Cool.
First set is Anderson squats. 4 sets of 8. 6, 6, 6, 8 for RP. And then set 2 is barbell step ups. 4 sets of 6 with a superset of box jumps. And then this third set is pause front squats with 50 reverse hypers.
Wow. Good for you for popping reverse hypers in there. It's a very underrated, I'd say it's a super underrated exercise.
I figured it'd be a nice finisher after all that.
It smells like a pre-workout. Definitely smells like a pre-workout.
What is that? I don't know why that it
Powerful reaction.
it hit my throat and the smell changed and I did not like it.
Just randomly changed your shit smell.
Yeah. 3 grams, I like this right here. I think that's really cool. It says right here 3 grams of citrulline malate. It's so you know, that's actually.
I like that
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I mean, you can tell, that's when you can tell it's like a solid, not necessarily a solid pre-workout, but the fact that they're at least labeling some of those extra ingredients aside from caffeine for dosage is respectable.
Oh, did you see some of this stuff over here?
No, I
Okay,
don't
so
know.
highly concentrated, more than 3 times strength, clinically studied CFD vasoactive compounds. So it's got vasodilation, and these have all this R behind them, so they're not clinically studied, so they have to say something else, where it would be. Somewhere on here, they would have some kind of statement, whatever. But vasodilation, testosterone, reactive hyperemia, muscle pumps, strength, energy, and hardness.
No. What did we get ourselves into?
Yeah, you know I made the joke like
Hardness?
5 minutes ago about
Yeah.
like,
Literally. Where's that at?
It's
Oh,
the-
hardness.
I know I'm gonna start taking this drink.
Yeah.
Men, put away your fucking your Viagra,
Gas station,
your
yeah.
Viagra and your Cialis.
Gas station dick pills.
Nitroflex is all.
Nitroflex. GAT Sport. How much, what is it, 10 fluid ounces? All right, we'll get like a half a boner with 5.
Half mast.
Yeah. We're at half mast, boys. Carefully dose it. Babe, you're not going to work today.
I took Nitroflex.
Did you take Nitroflex again?
Wow, how did you know?
You blew a hole in your pants. The front.
Alright. Oh my god.
Nitroflex. Cheers. Ooh, I got a little tingle down there. Whoa. That's interesting.
That is very sweet.
I feel like I'm short circuiting. Oh my gosh. I feel like. Oh my gosh. I feel it on my lips. It's like a. It's like a feeling.
It's so tart.
I feel like my balls are gonna feel the beta alanine. Oh my gosh. Wow.
I feel like a dog that just like the peanut butter.
Yeah. How much caffeine did we get? So 325 divided by 2. That's what, 162.5 plus 100 plus 60. That's not bad. 322.
Oh, that's
That's
like
not bad.
that's like half the caffeine I have in a normal work day.
That's baby food. I'm gonna give that to Charlie when she comes out.
I love how they have like
Should be sipping on the rain right off the bat.
25 milligrams of sodium, like 1% of your daily value. They put it on here.
I know. It's like, why?
Yeah.
What's the point? Wow.
Just an unscrupulous amount of niacin too. 469% of your daily.
Yeah, I don't even know what the point of that is. Is that for vasodilation?
They don't say, so I wouldn't know.
That's for the hardness that they were talking about.
Niacin, as niacin. I'm just not a big fan of this.
All right.
I did not care for it.
No, I wasn't a huge fan of it. I guess as a pre-work, like it tasted like a pre-workout.
Yeah.
It didn't taste like an energy drink, which is, I mean, it's a pre-workout, so
Well,
that makes sense.
C4s don't taste like a pre-workout.
C4s, they mainstreamed it to make it taste like an energy drink, though. It's too much of an energy drink now for it to be a pre-workout only.
Yeah, which I guess
Like people
they,
drink it as just like an energy drink.
yeah,
so-
which they don't have like a lot of the stuff that like this drink does. Like all they have is some beta alanine and a little bit of citrulline in there, and it's a pre-workout.
I'm definitely starting to notice like the focus right now. I'm noticing that already. I haven't had an energy drink in a little while.
Creatine free. I don't know why I think that's supposed to be a good thing.
Lexi and I are definitely struggling to get used to our new apartment.
Why?
Just like the area, like we're so used to going on walks, and now that we have a dog, we need to take him out all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's to the point where Lexi, like, I don't feel comfortable and Lexi doesn't feel comfortable going out there without me at night. So like I'm going out there with her. It's just taking a lot to get used to. Plus, like we love the actual apartment, but the lighting in there from the outside, like we get like no light. It's all artificial light.
You should invest in like a UV light or something like that.
Yeah, like one of those like depression lamps.
Something like that, yeah.
Might have to.
We're gonna rate these.
Yes.
Our scale here.
Yes.
Start with the True North. What did that guy want?
For flavor, for the True North, I give it a 3.
That's what I was thinking. Yep.
I give it a 3. For ingredients for the True North, I give it an 8.5. And I don't give it an 8.5 because it really lost points anywhere. I just feel like they could have done a couple more things to make it a little better. So I give it an 8.5 for ingredients. What about you?
Yeah, I was feeling relatively the same thing too, like that. There's not, and I was thinking like gonna say the exact same thing, not because they think the ingredients aren't good,
Right.
just because they could have added more stuff in there. They
Could have beefed it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then for the fun factor of the can, I don't know if fun factor is the right word for me. I think it's just sort of the all-around aesthetic of True North. I think it's cool that it's got like the topographic lines on it. That's definitely a nice touch. Most people wouldn't catch that. So just for that simple fact, I'm gonna give it a 7.
7. I'll give it a 6. And I like the simple design. Like I said earlier, it's pretty crisp. It's clean. I think they're not doing too much right here with like their immunity support plan, basically just like some of their highlights that they're talking about. It's not too all over the place, so I can respect that, but it doesn't like really pop out to me all that much, but it's not terrible.
For the 3D, we've kind of gone over the aesthetics of the 3D, and I
Yeah.
think the flavor. What do you give it flavor-wise?
Flavor wise, I'll give it like, I think it would taste better if it was colder.
I agree.
So I think I'll give it like a 7, 7.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8 flavor-wise. I feel like the flavor was really good. Solid flavor. I agree with you. It would have been better if it were colder, but unfortunately it was like not very cold. Anyway, fun factor-wise, man, the 3D is one of those ones where you could give it a 2 and it would make sense, or you could give it like a 9 and it would make sense.
Yeah.
It's like one of those weird ones. What do you give it?
I have to go lower with it just because like it is boring to me. The only reason that I know that I would grab it is because I know that I like the flavors and I gave it a chance. But that still doesn't take away from the fact that it has one of the most generic and uninspiring designs that I've ever seen on an energy drink anywhere.
You know what I didn't realize about the 3Ds is I actually know the guy, not personally, but I know the guy who made 3Ds. So when I started getting into lifting my freshman year of high school, I was obviously watching a lot of YouTube. And I started watching a guy named Christian Guzman, and he was like an aesthetics, like he did like men's physique and stuff like that. He was a natural kind of like bodybuilder, I guess if you want to call it, but it was more like men's physique stuff. He was super strong. No one followed him at the time, and now he's probably got like over 1 million followers on probably Instagram, but also on YouTube. And he actually started 3D like 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah.
So like well after I started watching him, but I didn't realize that this was him. But the flavor was good. The fun factor for me, I give it like, man, it's tough. It's a weird one. Like I feel like giving it, like to me, it's more fun than the True North. So I gotta give it an 8. I gotta give it an 8. It's just a weird, not even because it's that fun, but it's just so unique because it's literally just 3D. It says energy drink and it like gives the flavor, so it's just so
I mean,
nothingness.
if you see it in a store like among other energy drinks, it's going to stand out for the fact that it is so bland.
Yeah, like yeah, exactly. It's just straight up like the color of the flavor, and then 3D, and that's like it.
Yeah, that's all you get.
Ingredients. Oh yeah, ingredients. 7.
I'll give it a 6.5, and that's me being a little bit generous, just because of the lower caffeine content. So I think it's just a little more of an appropriate energy drink for like the mass population. But it's got 2 artificial sweeteners in it that I don't really like, and the artificial color is like a big no-no for me.
Right. And then is that it for?
Yeah, so that's it for that one.
All right, let's go with the Nitroflex.
Aesthetic is a 10 out of 10 just because hardness.
Hardness.
If I see
agree.
if I see that on anything, then I'm getting it immediately because I need help.
I need help. Hardness. It just a Cialis, like 500. Like they just pop a pill in there and that's
Oh
it.
my god, just dissolve it.
Yeah, stir it up with their finger. So it's a so what an interesting one. So as far as the ingredients go, what do you give it?
Let me see it again.
I mean, there wasn't too much that turned me off about it.
I'll give it.
That was awful.
I'll give it a 7.5. I have to
7.5?
take away a couple points just because of the ASK and the sucralose, but I don't mind much of anything else that's in it. I'd rate it a little bit higher if it had it a little bit more in the way of just like more natural stem.
I think I'm gonna give it an 8, just because there wasn't a whole lot that turned me off from the drink. It's an understandable pre-workout.
These these pre-workouts, these energy drinks need to start implementing more sodium into their beverages. Because all these other things are cool, like the L-citrulline.
We
and
said it right off the bat, though.
like-
We said it right off the bat, and
Yeah.
pre-workouts.
Yeah, they're awesome. It's nice to have all those other things in there, but not much is going to be more powerful than the natural nervous system effect of sodium in your body.
I agree, and that was something that I learned really early on in my lifting career. That I am so glad that I learned. Otherwise, I mean, if you ask most of the people in here, probably, maybe not here, but the warehouse, the YMCA, wherever you live, MadFit, most of them probably aren't going to think of sodium as a really powerful ingredient, especially pre-workout ingredient or intra-workout ingredient. So I'm really happy that I learned that early on in my lifting career. I think I agree with you. They need to implement more sodium in these energy drinks.
Yeah.
And just electrolytes in general. Just to all around balance the drink.
Yeah.
It's a powerful ingredient for sure.
If you want your muscle to function, you want them to function properly. You want those neurons and muscle fibers to connections to fire off and pop off really fast, just like how you want to with any exercise. You need salt. You need potassium.
It's invaluable as far as strength goes. It's interesting to me because when I think of, and this is kind of how I judge these energy drinks. I know we just had a bunch of caffeine. We want to get into it, so I won't talk too much on it. But I guess let's go over fun factor real quick before I say this. Fun factor, give it a 6. It's fine.
Yeah, 6.5 is fine.
But where was I going with that? I don't even remember.
With what?
The sodium thing. We were talking about getting sodium in pre and post, pre-workout and intra-workout for strength. This is what I was going with. We were talking about energy drinks. You have your Reigns and your Bangs and stuff like that. That's going to give you energy, but it's going to be just like the caffeine energy. That's the only type of energy that you can get.
Yeah.
So here's my example of this. It's you can get energy from food or electrolytes, staying well hydrated. You feel energized. You feel better from that. And you feel energized when you have a bunch of caffeine. If you take a shit ton of caffeine, you're going to feel energized. But the quality of energy, you want a little bit of the combination of both of those kind of. You want just this all around steady state energy as well as a little bit of the pick me up from the caffeine. I think that's what some energy drinks don't do. They don't think about. They have 300 milligrams of caffeine and nothing else, and that's where you're getting all your energy from.
Yeah.
And nothing, and that's it.
Yeah. And
so you just get this spike of energy, and then you crash, and you just feel shitty.
I think with